You're watching The Edward Fowler Show. Now, here's your host, Edward Fowler.
Having yourself on the show, Jamie, and and I really do appreciate your time tonight, especially with being so busy as of late as well, with lots of exciting projects you and your band has been involved in. So I do really appreciate your time this evening. And when it was brought to your attention that I was interested in having you on my show this evening, did you research this show first, or do you just trust? I think it was Glenn maybe who got in contact with you guys.
It was trust through Glenn, to be quite honest with you. I mean, I've had a little sort of a look before earlier today, but no, it's Glenn. Glenn's he's been great, and we've been sort of dishing out the various interviews and publicity that we're doing for our forthcoming album, which is out tomorrow. So yeah, like you said, busy, exciting times.
Yes, absolutely it is, and exciting that the new album is coming out, as you say, tomorrow or so, and very exciting as well, which we'll get into. But talk to me about firstly, for all my viewers who might be watching this or listening to this for the first time, may not know much about the Milkmen. How would you describe yourselves in a sentence?
That's a very difficult question to start with, because I think we are a lot of different styles. But whenever we do a gig at a new place, and I introduce the band, I always say, we're the Milkmen, we're going to play you some rockin' rhythm and blues tonight. So I guess if any sentence encapsulates what we're all about, then I guess rockin' rhythm and blues. We're not just rhythm and blues, we're not just blues. There's a rock element to it as well.
Mm. Yeah, so to get the hardest questions out the way first, but this is an unscripted show where anything's off the topic. So yeah, absolutely, all systems go. If you have any questions for Jamie, leave them in the comment section or in the live chat, and I'll try and ask him as we go along. And apparently, we're also live streaming on Twitch for the first time ever as well. So this is a first ever. You're the first breaking person to come on the show to stream on Twitch as well. Is it exciting? But yeah, let's talk about the latest, I guess, I think it was the release of the Waiting for Some Rocknroll, which came out on the 17th of April 2026. I teased it in the announcement on my Instagram about an hour ago, hyping you guys up on my Instagram earlier. It's a fantastic tune. I like that tune, and it works incredibly well. How did it all come up with that particular song? Did it take longer than others? Talk to us about the backstory.
It was I mean, it's written by the guitarist Adam and myself. I'm trying to remember when we wrote it really. I think we tend to sit down with the guitar, and Adam sits down with the guitar, and I will try and sing various little melodies over the top. Tends to be generally how we write. Our bass player Lloyd comes up with some stuff as well, but for this one, Adam and I, it was just around his house, and we just got a good little hook going there. We like the idea of the whole idea waiting for some rock and roll is that anticipation. We're thinking, particularly when we were kids, Adam and I went to school together, and we both bonded through our love of music. And I was thinking of those early gigs and the whole idea of that anticipation when you first walk into a venue, and just the smells, the crowd, and when the lights drop. We just wanted to get that across in the song, really. And I think we took it to the next level, really. I don't know if you've seen the video, but it's always we set the video in outer space, to link in with the album title, which is called The Milky Way. And yeah, it's almost like aliens finding out about rock and roll for the first time. So it's fairly tongue in cheek, but yeah, the whole concept is that excitement of a live gig, which we do a lot of gigs, and we love going to a lot of gigs.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, you mentioned we teased us a little earlier about the new album coming out. The Milky Way, as you mentioned, is coming out this week, which is very exciting. I was according to the information I got, it says coming out on Friday of this week. But
Yeah, you're right and I'm wrong because I said tomorrow. Um, just as a quick excuse, we are doing the launch party tomorrow night.
oh right, okay, how exciting!
Yeah, so it's not officially launched, but if people are attending, of which yeah, there will be quite a few, you will be able to pick up a copy of the new album there. So yeah, I was sort of half right, and yeah, the official launch is Friday.
Well,
So there'll be a
sometimes, we may get it wrong, so that's why I was like, okay, I'm glad it's coming out even
you're
earlier
spot
than
on.
expected.
You search well there. So yeah, it's out on Friday. Waiting for Some Rock and Roll was the teaser single. I think we're going to struggle to. That was the obvious single, I think, but we've got several others as well. So we're busy arguing at the moment what we're going to put out next, because it seems to be quite a few sort of catchy singles on there. I think. So yeah, we'll see. I think a lot of it is when we do live gigs. We've been playing a lot of the songs live for the last 6 months or so. So
Wow.
you get a bit of an idea of what people latch onto immediately. So we're thinking, possible single there. You also ones that are growers, I think, where you tend to think, well, hang on, maybe that's not for as immediate, but it's got a bit of got a bit of shelf life to it. So yeah, it's always interesting when I road test the songs which we've been doing.
Yeah, and we got the album cover on the screen at the moment of the upcoming release of it this Friday, the 16th of May. The cover of that is on your screen. It's the Milky Way. I do love the cover art for this album, by the way. Where did this idea come from? Does that have interest?
Well, yes, it's an interesting backstory. I was the artist who did the album cover is Mark Wilkinson. So for those who aren't aware of Mark, he's a bit of a legend, really. Certainly in my eyes, he designed, he did the artwork for the last couple of Iron Maiden albums. He's done a lot of Judas Priest album artwork, and for me in particular, I'm a massive fan of the prog band Marillion. So as a teenager, my walls were in my bedroom were adorned with artwork. I had every Marillion single around my wall. Adam was a big fan as well. So when we got the opportunity, it was through a friend actually who knew Mark, and he said he doesn't really do much stuff now, but obviously it's pretty big time. He's done the last Iron Maiden album. He's big time, but yeah, why not ask him? He might like your stuff, and he might fancy something different. So we did, and we played him some stuff, and he said, yeah, why not? So it's a total departure from him, as you can see from the album cover. It's quite light-hearted. We just gave him a remit of, we thought of something, again, the Milky Way, take a pun on the word milk as usual for our album titles, which we've done a lot. But it was just let's have the milk float out in space, a bit like ZZ Top Afterburner. I don't know if you remember that album cover, but something like that. And he came back with that artwork, and yeah, we loved it. So yeah, it's a massive buzz for me having Mark Wilkinson do the album. Whatever you think of what's on the actual album, music wise, you know that's a massive thing for me. So yeah, we're really pleased with it.
Yeah, absolutely. You should be. You should be. It's great work, and I'm hoping that all your fans will enjoy the album when it officially comes out this week. And we've also got as well, as I'm going to show on screen. I couldn't get the image to work, so I'm going to show the screen the actual some of the songs which will be on the actual album as well. We're going to show the screen right now. Of course, if
Okay.
you're watching this on Twitch or YouTube, you can see it. But if you're listening to this, I urge you to go to youtube.com/Edward Fowler to see this, because you can see the Milkman right there on slide 1. You've got Radio Song Rock and Roll, which we discussed a moment ago. Son of a Gun, Down in the Hole, Loving You Baby, Give It Up, Little Devil. On slide 2, you've got Another You, Jimmy the Weasel, Nothing on You, I've Been Losing, and Evergreen. Some fantastic titles there, and I do like the creativity in all of those names of these songs as well. It's just great. It's different. It's eye catchy, and it brings interest. as well. If people are scrolling, on social media or on these fantastic streaming platforms, and they come across one of those great songs, when they can see that as well, then they're going to be hopefully to buy the album as well.
That's good to hear. Yeah, I find you often, yeah, we do think about things like that, and especially I do a lot of the lyrics, probably most of the lyrics. So again, it's trying to find something that's interesting. As you
Yeah.
say, if you look at a song title and it's just, I love you, baby, or maybe baby, you're thinking, oh, okay, here we go again. So yeah, it's trying to for the most part, stay true to the subject matter, but yeah, make it interesting. So yeah, we've got a few on there. Everyone always asks about Jimmy the Weasel in particular. Who's Jimmy the Weasel? So that seems to be the standout one. But it's yeah, we've yeah, we sort of pride ourselves on the lyrics. A lot of storytelling in there as well. So if you come to a Milkman gig, you can immerse yourself in the tale on some of these songs.
And I know as well you've been touring as well. And you've been playing some of these tracks as well, I believe, on the tour, and we
Yeah.
can't wait for you to be able to play the entire songs as well in the coming months as well. And I bet it's always exciting going out on the road and getting that raw reaction from the fans in person as well, from what you've been releasing, and just the online reaction, because you get to feel if the actual fans in person, the real fans, as people as we'll say, actually enjoy the songs. And I know you've been getting some reaction on the road as well. So what's that been like?
It's been really good. It's been really strong. I think we always have this skill. We have a very loyal fan base, the Milkmen. We play all over the country, and we've got little pockets around the country, in the Midlands, um, in Scotland as well. We are there down south. We're London based, but I mean, some of our fans really do travel to see us, and I think I personally feel a bit guilty if you've been playing them, the same songs, the same set all the time. So it's always a massive relief when we've got new songs to play them. And I just think, yeah, I must be bored of hearing the same old songs. So it's been good on that front. And we have a great relationship with our fans. We always sort of try and stick around and chat to them afterwards and get feedback. What do you think of that one? Yeah, it's proper sort of market research. There in the moment, post gig. So, and we on our Facebook page again, which is our main way we communicate with our followers. We always encourage. What do you think of it? What do you think? What's your favorite? So yeah, it's been going down really well. So we're sort of really looking forward to it being released, the whole album, so we can get a bit of feedback. But the pre-orders have been, off the scale. We always do a pre-order thing, which we've had for the last couple of months, and people are starting to come back with a lot of feedback. With the CDs are out there, the vinyl, as usual with vinyl, it takes a while, especially at the moment. I think with the situation in Iran with materials, making vinyl, there's even more of a delay. So, but that should be here any moment as well, because we always do well on the vinyl front. And I think particularly with the artwork this time, there's a big demand for the album on vinyl. So yeah, all very exciting. We can't wait to. It's been getting a lot of radio play as well. Waiting for some rock and roll. So hopefully, the new tracks will follow suit. So yeah, all very exciting. This is sort of our most nervous time when you release an album, but also
Yes.
your favorite time, because it's you wait for some rock and roll. We're waiting for some bit of feedback, see what people think.
Absolutely. And we do have a question that's come in on our live chat as well, which is great, from YouTube. Andrew Powell, are you planning a trip to JoJo Gyms in the near future?
Ah, um, we certainly not planning it. I mean, it's always on the circuit. We love playing earlier earlier in the year. I'd have to try and remember our tour dates. I don't think we've got another one in this year, but we'll certainly be looking to play there again in the near future. I imagine probably early next year. So yeah, love playing JoJo Gyms. It's a great place. It's very different to, I think, any other venue. You go there, it's got a real sort of, there's a load of memorabilia all around the place. it's almost got an American diner type feel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that kind of vibe, and it's yeah, we love it. It's a great place around the Midlands as well. We have a good follow. It's always nice to play in Birmingham. So yeah, we'll be back at JoJo Gyms. That's
Cool. And also as well, we've got the graphic as well for the launch party, which is happening tomorrow. It's quite big on your screen, so it does resize that. But yeah, we can see that right now on your screens. The launch party event, which is happening tomorrow evening, as you mentioned, which is going to be exciting at the 100 Club on Oxford Street in London. Let's plug that because we want to make sure that if you're in the area and if you're able to go, then you've got tickets. So make sure you go and hear it first. And it's going to be a great night, 7:30 at night. So in just under 24 hours before you be taken to the stage, I guess, and excited about it.
cool. No, brilliant. I mean, we played the 100 Club about 4 or 5 times now. I think it's only the second time that we've gone there in our own right. We in the early years we were playing support. Played there a couple of times with Dr. Feelgood, who were a big influence on us. So it was always a joy to play there with them. And yeah, recently we've been headlining. We've got great support act tomorrow in Tom Davis, and so looking forward to seeing him. And yeah, 100 Club's got that. It's just got that feel. It's just a historic venue, and yeah, love playing there. It's also a nice, easy one for me because I don't live too far, which is always nice with all the travelling. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, absolutely. It makes it all, I guess, more easier to get to get back home afterwards as well. Because I know in London it's very any time of the day it's hectic for traffic.
Yeah, it certainly is. It certainly is. I think obviously we're all sort of pretty near. It's nice for us because we do a lot of travelling. We got very very long suffering families here who put up with it, and children who we do put the work in, but we're reaping the benefits from it now, because as I say, we've got little pockets all around the country where we can you can play a venue and you're going to have a certain amount and often sell out. So yeah, it's great. We and again we're actually doing a couple of weeks in Greece, actually doing a few gigs in Greece this June, which will be fun. We're really looking forward to that because we've never played a gig abroad, so that should be fun. So we're going to start looking abroad for more gigs as well. But yeah, we just love playing. It's great to get out and about around the country.
Well, it's funny you mentioned about Greece because I was about to show a graphic of your upcoming gigs, which have been announced so far. So we'll get into that now. Why not? Well, good segue. as well, I'm making sure we advertise everything here. So and if we come across things which I don't have, I'll find it as well. But according to the live dates, of course, we just mentioned the 14th of May, which is tomorrow night at the launch party, new album launch party at the 100 Club in London. Then on the 19th of May, you will be at the Tuesday Night Music Club in Colston. The 23rd of May, you'll be in Dyersworth Blues Club. And then on the 29th of May, you're going to be in Lamplight Tavern in Dudley. And then on the 10th to the 17th of June, you will be in, as you mentioned, Greeks, right there in the Lindus Walks Roads. The 27th of June, you're going to be at the Alfred Walk and Blues Festival. On the Sunday, July the 12th, you'll be at the iFolk Festival, Cambridge headliner.
Ely, I think it is Ely, yeah, which is I think it's the new Cambridge Folk Festival, the famous Cambridge Folk Festival. This is the new sort of name of the new place for it. So yeah.
That's cool. And then you're also going to be playing after that on August the 8th in Plumpton Revival Festival in East Sussex, main stage. And
yes.
Then on the 15th of August, you'll be at the Apapella Studio in Cardiff as well.
Yeah, first time in Wales, so we look forward to that.
That's cool. And what a great venue and place you're going to be at in Cardiff as well.
I mean, yeah, never been there. Looks great. Yeah, so yeah, looking forward to playing there. I mean, of all those, I mean, you've just sort of reminded me of all these gigs we've got coming up, which is great. There's a few ones, and I think probably when you asked me to describe the band earlier on, I mean, maybe you can see, from that range of gigs, we're playing a sort of headlining a folk festival. So, yeah, we were playing a lot of blues clubs like I think you said the Lamplight Tavern in Dudley,
Hmm.
more rock festivals like Oldfield. So I mean, we have got our sort of things in a few pies, I suppose. We're not just we're not just sort of one type of music. So I think that's reflected in the sort of different gigs we're doing. Lindos Rocks as well, which is predominantly a rock festival. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm looking forward to that. We get a lot of variety. We're not playing the same old places. So
I was
yeah.
about to say that, a lot of variety, and it's great that you're able to dip your toes into different genres as well.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how we'll go down at a folk festival. We have played them before, but I mean, as a headline act, we'll see. But we'll try and win them over. We'll have a challenge. It's always trying to
But
try and win an audience.
I feel like it's always good to have a challenge though, because it's something to aim for and to say, you know what, we're going to conquer this. We're going to show the world that yes, we can attract to the Southern folk or to
Yeah,
whatever genre you may be trying to appease to.
yeah,
It's always good to have that type of challenge. It motivates people. I think.
definitely, I agree. I mean, we've had some. We've all been in bands for years, before the Milkman. And I think they say you play your blues dues. We played in one man and a dog for years to these pubs when you're starting out. So I think it gives you rhino height. You really get quite it's more sort of a Doug's pack in terms of Christian. So I think now when we're actually playing to an audience, or at least the opportunity to play to an audience where people have actually paid tickets to come in, it's yeah, it's great. It's always a challenge. Try and win people over. Try and get new supporters wherever you
Mm.
can. And I think, look, whether you like us or not, we always put on a show. We have a philosophy before we've always had a philosophy we go on. I think it comes from Bruce Springsteen, the great Bruce Springsteen, who, he's always said, if you're playing to one person, you're playing to, 100,000 people. You
Yeah.
give it the full show every time. And we've always had that attitude. I mean, it's easier said than done.
Mm.
Sometimes especially as the lead singer, you know, especially in the early years, sometimes you're playing to, an empty or a difficult crowd,
Mm.
and you wish you were the drummer. And similarly, our drummer Mike, when we were at a festival and I'm prancing around at the front, he's jealous of me. So it's yeah, it's all good. We always give it our all. We do. We get ourselves in the zone before. It's like, come on, what would Bruce do? What would Bruce Springsteen do? So
I do like that comparison to Bruce Springsteen. What would Bruce Springsteen do? That's a
what
good.
would Bruce do?
Yeah.
Exactly. That's definitely one of our catchphrases. Less so these years.
Yeah.
In the early years when we were trying to get things going. Yeah, you'd have some.
Well, the
You'd
other
get some
dates we got, which you've announced so far as well. You're heading up towards my way of the world to the northwest to Warrington, the Blues Club in Warrington, near me on Saturday the 12th of September, and then the day after you're going to be in Bluesbury Festival in Drewsbury in Yorkshire as well. So
Yeah,
not bad. A few hour drive there from Warrington to Yorkshire to perform there, and then of course on the 24th of September you'll be at the Red Arrow in Ramsgate as well, and then on
yes.
the 26th you'll be at the Railway Hotel in Southend, and then on the 3rd of October. I'm just taking your year away now. I'm just telling you exactly where you're going to be for the
Oh,
rest of the year.
there's a few I hadn't even realised. No, but it's that stage. Yeah, I mean, it's great. I mean, the two you mentioned, I didn't realise you were Warrington one. That's the first. We've never played there before. Similarly with the one in Dewsbury, which is quite a new festival, but
Mm,
it's been great getting rave reviews. So yeah, we were asked to play that. We're looking forward to that.
yeah.
Red Arrow is a great one, which is some closer to home down in between Kent.
Hmm.
And the one that I'm really excited about is the one you mentioned, the railway in Southend, which
Yeah.
is where the great Wilko Johnson used to play. So it's very much Dr. Feelgood, Blockheads territory there. So we're really looking forward. We're hopefully we've got quite a few fans in that area, so the Essex
That's cool.
county way. So yeah, lots of, again, quite a bit of variety in those gigs. Looking forward
Yeah.
to them.
And then if we keep going on I guess the path, which we'll do in a moment. I just need to turn that off because something's not loading now. Let me go. Oh, hang on. Is that because it's not activated or something? There we go. Try again. Oh, that's not good, is it? Okay. Let me just refresh the page. The site has decided to block me from showing the web page for some reason. I don't know what's going on there. Ignore me. I'll just read on. You get the gist from earlier, but yeah, I'll read on. So and then I believe we mentioned the 10th of October. You're going to be in Torquay at the Rock and Blues Festival in Devon. Lovely place in Devon as well. Then the 25th of October, you'll be at the Cavern Free House. Is it Rayners Park or Rays Park?
Rains Park, yeah. Second time we played there. So that's a good little place again, near to home.
And then on the 13th of November, you'll be in Darlington, Fulham as well. Great place as well.
That's a great venue. Second time there. It's a lovely place.
And then you'll be coming back up north on the 14th of November to Sheffield at the Greystone. Or Greystones, as I say. Then the 15th of November, you'll be Flying Circus in Newark as well. And then on the 5th of December, at the Barleylands in Essex. And then to end out the year, at the moment, on the 12th of December, you'll be at the International Arts Centre in Leicester.
Yes, that's the third time we played there, but it's we used to play at a place called the Musician, and it seems like the International has replaced the Musician. So it's always our traditional Christmas party there. So that's always one we look forward to. So great venue, really good venue. In fact, we do play so many lovely venues. I mean, there's a few there I'm looking forward to playing. The one in Sheffield, we never played there before. Looking forward to that. So yeah, it's great. It keeps it interesting.
Well, I like how you've also got some dates for next year as well. Even though you've got all this exciting stuff at the moment, you got new singles and new albums, and then you're going on tour, but you're also thinking ahead of time, 6-8 months time ahead, where you're going to be in other places. But before you answer that, we've got another question in the live chat, and apologies before to Andrew. Your comment was unable to appear live on my screen, but I've now fixed that, so we've now got a comment which will now appear live on the screen from Lola. I think how you pronounce it. That's a lot of travelling with 3 dots. How do you manage and still look so refreshed? That's a great question.
Well, you'd see it's the morning after gig. We're not looking too refreshed, but it is, yeah. I mean, it's challenging, but we love it. But you do come back. I mean, so you've done 3 or 4 gigs in a row, and I think you sort of I think you look at bands like the Stones, and how do you do it? How do you do it at your age? But then we have to remind ourselves they're in luxury jets and 5-star hotels, and they're not in travel lodges, and driving up the M1. So it is tiring, but we absolutely love it. It's it is a labor of love.
Yeah, absolutely. But as you say, you might. I feel like this tour in particular, you've spaced it out a bit between the dates, because I have a lot of musicians on here, and they do like 5 back-to-back nights. I'm thinking, how do you do that? Trying to keep your voice at the same level the night before, and it's just unbelievable how they're able to keep themselves at 100% each night, because they'll be drained after doing a 3-hour gig or whatever it may be. But you must get drained after a while. So I like how you guys have kind of had a few days in between these gigs to recoup.
I think the way we do, we've always done it. I suppose it's it's Bob Dylan, the never-ending tour. We never sort of have this is a tour. We're just constantly playing, really. And so it's not a case of we're off for 3 months solid and we don't do anything for 7 months. We're constantly playing. But because of that, we can have time off in between. I think probably the most we probably played consecutively is probably five gigs in a row. I think you just get into it, then you get used to you kind of get match fit. So by the time you've sort of done the 4th or 5th one, you're really flying. But yeah, it's just how we've always done it, really. I find if we haven't played for a while, sometimes we'll have a couple of weeks off, and it's just like, it takes a couple of songs to get back into it. But we love it. I think it's, especially post-COVID, there was a big, as I'm sure you're aware, a big dip in people coming out. They got used to staying in.
Yeah.
And it's only now getting, I think, live gigs. People are starting to come back the last couple of years. But it's just so important to keep live music alive, and it's the people that are doing it, paying for the tickets. It's a privilege really to be able to play to audiences out there. We don't take it for granted, and it's still a buzzing live music scene.
It is, and as you mentioned as well that about COVID and yes, this show did exist in COVID. I know exactly how it was in COVID and the 2 years after that, where things were very slow to come back out. We're trying to get people come out back out to support,
Oh,
independent musicians and independent shows and many other things. And I remember I think it was around late 22 or early 23 when there were big pushes of bands going back on the road, and we could actually start plugging things again. And because I started
yeah,
this in 2019, the year before, and I thought, oh, this is great, I'm liking this. And then all of a sudden, everything closed down, and then we couldn't plug or promote anything. So it was quite nice where when I was able to do that again, and I'm hoping as well, because I know there's a new, I guess, virus out at the moment, but hopefully that won't go anywhere near.
yeah. Let's hope that's not the same level.
Yeah,
But it's always a concern, isn't it?
it is.
Yeah, it was a strange period. I think everyone dealt with it differently, didn't they? Especially promoters,
Yeah,
DJs. I think, I mean, as musicians, people did different things. There were lots of these live YouTube things that people do, gigs. I think we took the time because you didn't know how long it was going to go on for, did you? That was the thing. We thought it's going to be weeks, and this could be years. This could be the
mm,
new normal. So I think we took the view, the Milkman. Let's use this time constructively. We didn't feel comfortable necessarily doing live gigs because we're very much about live. And I
yeah,
think, we thought we probably couldn't get that energy across. So we really focused on doing a lot of writing, but really building up our social media profile, trying to sort of we were sending out videos to try and get more support, which really worked because the difference from when we came back gigging again, we suddenly were seeing audiences that we hadn't had before.
that's good.
So we put it to good use.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was a difficult time for all of us. So
indeed
yeah,
it
thank goodness
was.
it's over. But
But I liked how you guys, had I guess, some sort of a game plan at the time to, keep yourself relevant and keep yourself, active on social media so that when you did come back bigger and better, once everything we opened up, you could see the reaction and bringing new fans along the way. So that is great to see that.
definitely, yeah. I mean, I think it's typical that to talk about bad luck. But we wrote at the time what we thought was our best song we've ever written,
Yeah.
Little Miss Attention, um, and we're going to launch it on the unsuspecting public. And obviously, when COVID hit, we couldn't promote it, we couldn't push it, but we did push the videos. It's our most popular song in terms of streaming platforms by a long way. It's gone onto a lot of playlists and on YouTube as well. So it got there in the end, but we were it wasn't quite the big launch that we were going to do for that particular album
Yeah.
and single, but we come out the side with a bigger audience. So it's great.
We're going to ask another question to you now from Lolo again, asking about what did you enjoy most about the Milk Fest? Because I think you were there about a month or two ago, weren't you?
It was back in March actually.
Yeah,
So
that's right, two
this
months ago.
yeah for those of this was the second Milk Fest we did. We did the first one the year before,
Yeah.
and it's a charity show that the Milkmen host at the O2 Indigo, which is a venue in a venue. So the O2, which was the Millennium Dome in London,
Mm.
the O2 Indigo is a 3,500 venue inside there, and it's a beautiful venue. And the sound there is quite incredible. We went to see Robert Cray there a couple of years ago, and also went to see Level 42 there. Two very different acts, but both brilliant. It was like, wow, imagine playing here one day. We got the opportunity to play there. Someone who worked there said, well, look, why don't you come and play here? So we could fill it. We could probably put a festival on, curate a festival. And this idea just built from just talking about it, and yeah, we did it. I mean, I must say, I'm taking credit here, but our guitarist Adam Norsworthy, he was the guy who's done it the last couple of years. And yeah, they've been a massive success, and we've done it all for charity. So every profit goes straight to charity. We did the Brain Tumor Society the first year. This year we just done dementia, and we've got a lot of support from the charities. We go there. It's a day-long festival. People can come and go as they please. We have about 8 acts on. We always open the show, and we call it a celebration of British blues and beyond. This year we had Chris Difford from Squeeze. He was the headline act, so not that bluesy, but went down a storm. We had Dr. Feelgood the year before, our heroes headlining it, and a lot of Els Bailey guest appearance this year. Brave Rival, the Cinelli brothers, a lot of big heavyweights on our scene, and they were just instructed. This is a charity. All egos at the door, please leave them there. And everyone was brilliant. We've been really lucky, and we're just at the planning stage now, trying to do Milkfest 3 for next year. So we're hoping it'll be an annual event. It's gone really well. I mean, we got nominated in the UK Blues Awards.
That's cool.
For Best Festival on the long list this time, which was that was a real buzz getting that, because we are novices at this, and it worked. We got the numbers in there. We were told by various promoters, if you break even, it's a success, and we did more than that. We made some decent money for charity on both years. So yeah, really pleased. And also Lola's original question, absolutely lovely. I mean, it's a beautiful stage. We love playing there, and it's just a wonderful feeling in the room. A lot of love in the room and a lot of support, because it's this is pretty much the blues community in the UK. It's a wonderful community and very supportive, and friendly. So yeah, great occasion.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, before we move on, I just got to mention thank you very much to Jamie for tuning in, by the way. Usually he watches on YouTube, but yes, we're now streaming on Twitch as well. First time we're doing this. I hope you're doing okay, Jamie. I hope your daughter is doing well as well. My thoughts are with you and your family. Hope they're doing it well, as well. So my thoughts are with you at this time as well. So hope you're doing well. You got to do things better now next year for Milkfest 3. As I say, you got to build on the success to make it even better than last year or this year.
We have. That's always the idea. It's great. I mean, it started from very very small beginnings, and now we're getting a lot of acts contacting us saying we want to play Milkfest. So yeah, it's a lovely thing to do. It's great, and I think that the charity angle struck a chord with a lot of people as well. I think a lot of people, so many people affected by dementia, particularly this year.
Well, they do say, don't they, that dementia is the #1 killer in the UK, don't they? Way ahead of cancer.
I mean, the stats were unbelievable. We had a talk in between the acts. It's a very sort of quick turnover in between acts, but the team for the dementia charity turned there and was just doing some incredible videos. And for them, I mean, they're very grateful for the money. Don't get me wrong, and we raised a lot of money for them, and again with the Brain Tumor Society the year before. But what they loved was the most important thing, they said, is just spreading the awareness, people coming up asking questions, just making people aware, of the statistics and how it affects so many people. So that's probably, as important as the actual money they're getting. It's just spreading the awareness. So yeah, it's a great opportunity to do it.
I mean, it just shows you. Sorry, before I talk to you again, I was going to say, it just shows that you're a very busy band. You're not creating music, you're not touring. You're putting on a fantastic event for great causes each year. So it's never a dull moment with your band, Mrs. Fan. This is great, by the way. It's like, how do you ever relax? Do you even relax at all?
I mean, it felt like there's been a lot of relaxing, really. Especially in recent months. This has just snowballed the Milkman. It's been ridiculous. It started off years ago. Probably it's a result really of a midlife crisis for me. Really, it was a case of I hadn't been years ago, and he was busy doing various projects, and I was sort of it's either get a motorbike or get me pierced or let's start the band again. So I was Yeah, I persuaded him. Yeah, let's just do a gig every couple of months.
Yeah.
Every 2 or 3 months, playing covers we like. He's like, go on then, and it sort of grew from then. And then Mike Roberts, our drummer, and Lloyd Green joined um, to replace our original bass player and drummer who'd left. Suddenly, a bit of ambition came there. I mean, Mike and Lloyd were, you know, Lloyd Green. His dad was the famous Mick Green, who was in the Pirates, and so he came with a great pedigree. And Mike used to be, he was the last drummer in the Pirates as well. So suddenly there was a bit of, oh, God, these guys are pretty professional. They know what they're doing. They played as a unit for years. Adam and I played for units years, and we just came together. And suddenly the ambition started, and we started getting, let's release an album, and then here we are on our sixth studio album. So it sort of snowballed without us realizing it.
Yeah.
And look at it, yeah, not time to relax, but it's the way we like it.
Yeah, and as they say, the West is history, don't they, as well?
Yes, indeed. Yeah. And that's like, yeah. It's
Any
sort of
any
looking back.
any plans for you guys to come to the best city in the world? I know you're going to Warrington, which is nearby to most of where I live, but I mean, you have to come to the best city in the world, Manchester, UK. Any plans for that next year?
So this is really strange, isn't it? Because we've never played in Manchester. So yeah, that's always on our list of, let's just so yeah, let's do it. We'd like to. We play in Leeds a lot. I've got a lot of family in Leeds, so the wrong side of the Pennines.
Well,
Um,
depending about football, I mean, it's a bit of a rivalry there between Leeds and
yeah, we'll
Manchester
probably
United
lose a
fans.
load of people. Well, I'm a big Leeds United fan.
Oh,
Yeah, I pity me because I had no choice. On my mum's side, they were all from Leeds, and so as a child, I was indoctrinated. I'm doing the same to my two children, or have done the same to
yeah.
mine. So yeah,
I,
it's,
I
uh,
do.
it's
I do. I'm liking these questions coming in for you. By the way, we got some fantastic questions. Let's go to another one from Lola, and we've got one from Oliver Michael Pisk. I think he pronounced it. We got his question as well, so do bear with us. But Lola wants to know, what's your favourite song on the new album and why? I'm sure that's a tough one because I'm sure you will say all of them are your favourite.
yeah, yeah. I'm trying to think. I'm having a look at the titles now. I think, but it's sort of between two. There's a song called. We talk about interesting titles. It's probably the least interesting, but "Loving You, Baby" is uh, it's quite a sort of ballady one. It's probably a bit more poppy, sort
Yeah.
of melodic. I really love that song. I think that's going to go down well. Um, I think if I push, that's probably the last song, Evergreen, which is we tend to like a big epic to finish with. And yeah, I think Evergreen's come out brilliantly. We were lucky enough to have Greg Coulson, who's an amazing keyboard player, guesting on that, and he's really brought something to. He's playing the Hammond organ, and it's high drama, not a dry eye in the house. Hopefully by the end of that, but it's yeah, I'm really loving that one at the moment. But it changes all the time. It really does. But I think yeah, Loving Your Baby and Evergreen are my picks certainly this week.
Love that. Hope answered your question there. And then Oliver wants to know, what do the milkmen do to unwind after a show? Ah, yeah, that's a good question as well. They probably
Well,
don't. They
it's
probably don't. They're probably just too hyper and think about the next tour, preparing that.
it's interesting. I think back in the old days when it was more of an event because we'd only play every couple of months. It was brilliant. We'd like, where's the hotel bar, and let's stay up late. Now I think there's inevitably we more often than not we have a gig the next day, so we have to be a bit more sensible. But as you alluded to, it's very hard to come down. You whatever gig you've done, you're buzzing, and the adrenaline is flowing. So I think rather than sometimes we like tossing and turning, can't get to sleep. We allow for that, so we'll go back to wherever we're staying usually, and we'll sit up, and usually we dissect the gig often. We're quite we're always looking to improve. It's like what went wrong, which songs went, who mucks up here, I like that bit. So yeah, we'll normally sit up in someone's hotel room and just listen to some music, a little bit of quieter music, and yeah, sometimes have a couple of drinks and then hit the hay. But you definitely need that sort of wind down time really, because it's however sort of frenetic the gig, you have to get yourself up for it, and the adrenaline's always pumping. So
Yeah. But out of curiosity then, so, when I guess in the early days of when you guys used to go on tour when, didn't have to tour the next day, how long did it take you to go to sleep? Like after performing compared to now?
I think it's kind of for me it never changes. It's awful because sometimes you've got to be up really early the next day, and I'm always sort of just busy head as I call it, just because it's just you're just thinking about the gig. I don't know.
Yeah.
I wish there was a technique suffer from the same thing, which I guess is why they're on this sort of funny sort of 24-hour clock, really, aren't they? They're different from most people, but yeah, if anyone's got any tips on how to do it, then please let me know because I've never worked it out. It's always been the same. You're just full of adrenaline pumping around your body and busy head.
So, have you got a particular like estimate time when you may fall asleep after a tour?
I mean, it's always early hours. If you've done a gig, sort of, yeah, 4 in the morning usually.
Yeah. And then
Um,
probably have a few hours sleep and then have wake up and
yeah,
such.
try to get through sleep. But again, that tends to be the thing. I think, especially when you're doing a few dates together. Yeah, the lack of sleep gets you because
Yeah.
inevitably, so you're sort of away reasonably early. You've got to get somewhere else. So yeah, that's quite a bit of how tiring it gets when you're doing a few dates and touring.
Absolutely, yeah. Also, as well, there's times where when you are, going to different towns and cities, and do you get much time to take into their cultures if you've never been to that town or city before? Do you get the time, well, hopefully a little bit of time to get to know about the culture of that place and the people in it?
Yeah, Deb, we always try to. Our bass player Lloyd is very good at it. He will often, go off. He's a member of the National Trust, and he goes off and he will always do the sort of touristy bit. We definitely try and do that. The more you play places, you get to meet people. So we'll often
Mm.
meet people from there, especially when up north. Got a lot of family up north, from Leeds and to York in general. So yeah, I mean, there's a temptation to sit in your hotel room and you could be anywhere. So no, we do try and get a bit of the culture wherever we are, and try and meet some of the local people, definitely. And it's a privilege. I love it. I mean, I know so much of the country now, a place
Mm.
I've never been to, and it's interesting. It's really interesting to see all the differences. And again, it's true, especially further north you go. I'd say the friendlier it gets, but then it's yeah, we've done a lot, particularly when we first down south as well. So there's lots of places, lots of fond memories of different places we've played in. So yeah,
If someone
definitely
is
tick it off.
watching this or listening to this who have not had the chance to, I guess, maybe check out our beautiful country. Maybe they might just stay in their own town or city here in the UK, or maybe they live overseas somewhere and want to explore somewhere in the UK. From your experiences, from your time going up and down our lovely country, where would you recommend to go first? Would you say?
I'm really a Londoner, so I have to say London. But I think everyone knows about London, don't they? But right now, I mean, we've done. We were travelling up through. Often it's the place you're travelling through. We travelled up to Ross in Scotland a couple of weeks ago, and just that journey as you're crossing the border
Hmm.
from the Lake District. I mean, the Lake District around there is beautiful. Um, Barnolds, we play Barnoldswick a lot. I think you mentioned one of the gigs earlier. I mean, all around there, beautiful country. When you saw Lancashire, sort of Yorkshire borders. I mean, there's so many beautiful places. Even a place like we played in Leicester for years, and it's
Yeah.
only this you talk about. Do you actually make an effort and go around? That's one of the places we probably sort of rush there because it's close enough to London where we get there just in time. We don't have to sort of hang around there, but we actually sort of around Leicester and went to the Richard III Museum and there's the Space Museum there. There's just so much out there if you just actually bother to look around. But yeah, in particular, I think yeah, there's so much in we played in Cornwall. I mean, Cornwall's just incredible, isn't it? We've done
Mm.
a few festivals down there. I, yeah, amazing places all around this country. You know, which people forget that we're very lucky, and it's all it's all within reach. You don't have to
Yeah.
sort of ride 8 hours to get anywhere, which I think you do in a lot of countries. So
We've got a few questions. I think Lola, we've already answered this question. I'm going to throw it up again. You are going to be in Greece at the moment.
yes,
Lola was asking about any international shows. You're going to be in Greece. We got the link working again. Obviously they must allow me to do that. To re-show it. So you'll be in Greece between the 10th to the 17th of June, I
yeah.
believe.
Hmm.
And then any other international shows? Any more on the cards of this year,
Well,
maybe?
we haven't at the moment, and I think we're pretty full gig wise for this year. But no, we'd love to play abroad. We really would. It's just logistically again post Brexit has been more challenging.
Hmm.
So yeah, yeah. I think once we're into Greece, I mean, I've been to Lindos on holidays 5 or 6 times, so it's a place I know really well. So I can't wait to play there. It's going to be great. We're still debating what outfits we wear because the milkmen always are very formal and our
Yes.
stage wear. I will usually wear a velvet jacket, which is pretty warm to say the least. Our drummer as well is usually in a waistcoat, and yeah, we certainly you know,
But I guess if
it's
you're
a
gonna be very
challenge.
hot,
Well, Greece is going to be a whole new challenge, so we're just like, what do we wear? What are we going to wear? So,
you
watch
might need to
this.
go a bit more casual, perhaps, when you go because it's a very hot country, isn't it, as well? And depends when you be
It
going,
is,
it's gonna be
and
quite
yeah,
warm.
we're in Rhodes, which are really hot. I've been
Yeah.
there in June before, and it's yeah. I'm not sure that the dinner jacket's going to be a good idea, but
I don't think so. But
see, you might have to see me in a safari suit or
at least
something.
the fans in Greece will get to experience a different version of the milkman then in the appearance wise anyway.
I mean, this is the thing. We have to think of something because we're always conscious that we wanted to. I think we again when you look at a band, we're very much about the show, and you want to sort of look like you're in a band. You want to keep people's
Yeah.
attention. So we've always sort of paid great attention to how we look. And I've been quite surprised. We played a few sort of hard rock festivals where every other band, every other member of the audience is sort of long hair and denim and leather, and then I come on looking like an old coward or something, and they're all like, "Oh, I've lost this," and they hear you, and it's like, oh, these guys can play, they can rock. It's interesting, but yeah, watch this space for the Lindos summer outfit.
Perfect, perfect. And then Oliver has asked, apart from the latest album, what is your favourite Milkmen album and why?
That'd be the one before Holy Cow. I love that album. I think because it's I don't know. I came away from that album. I loved the sound of it. It was quite. Each of our albums, we tend to try and get a slightly different sound each time, so not all sounding the same. So I think our first album was very demo-y because we were new to it. It was raw. We recorded in a day. It was very and it comes across like that. I love it for that reason. I think our second album, Gold Top, was very a 70s vibe to it. We got lots of reviews saying, "Wow, this came out in 1972. This will be a smash hit." So we were a few years too late, but it was that had that feel. And then I think Spin the Point of Deliverance was more probably an 80s feel. So each one's a slightly production. We change it a little bit, and I think that's my real kind of sound. Holy Cow,
Mm.
R&B. It was quite lean, stripped back. We could play a lot of the songs live, which obviously is a four-piece live. You know, you're restricted to a certain extent. You can't do justice to some of the songs you put on an album in the studio. So yeah, Holy Cow. Got a soft spot for Gold Top as well, which is our second album. But so far, those two are my favourites. But I think with the new album, this is the rock and roll album. So I love rock and roll as well. I think Lloyd and Adam particularly love this. You know, they're big Stones fans. So I think it's got that kind of Rolling Stones feel. We've opened the sound out a bit more. So yeah,
Yeah,
Holy
yeah,
Cow for
yeah.
me.
Another question as well about where would you recommend someone new to I guess listen to your music? Where should they start at?
It's gonna push something like Spotify, but we were looking at Spotify the other day, and it lists your sort of top 10 most popular tracks, and we were listening through that. So I think that's probably a good range of across our albums of where to start. And it depends what you like, because I say essentially we're a rock and roll band. Some of the songs are a bit poppier, some of them are really heavy. We got if you're heavy's your stuff. We've got a new song called Down in the Hole on the new album, which is probably the heaviest we've done. So we have to warn people before we play that live, because sometimes we're playing in quite small blues clubs, and it's like, right, this is a heavy one here for you, but yeah, it's gone down well. But I think there's a couple of songs on each album. We always try and pick a set based on what we think are the best songs and what songs will go down best. And it really is pretty evenly spaced over our 6 albums. There's normally 2 or 3 from each album, but if you have got Spotify, I'd say listen to our top 10 songs on there that it shows, and you get a good feel for the album.
Yeah.
But maybe start with Little Miss Attention, which is I think probably sums us up most of all. Our star song from 2020, which I mentioned earlier, because it's sort of a melodic rhythm and blues.
Right, well, we will let you go in just a moment. Let's just recap here. Of course, the tour, you can go backwards into the stream and find out about that. And as well, you can go to, I believe, your website, which is themilkmanmusic.com/gigs.html. And that will take you to the page to find out where you guys will be performing at, and as I'm sure maybe there might be more dates added throughout the year and even into next year, because as you mentioned before, you've got dates heading into early next year, loads of dates, which is fantastic. So just keep on being you guys, because you're doing something right and keeping yourself busy and active, which is good.
We are now, so we're booking up for next year at the moment. Festival season's always good, so we're looking at 2027 festival season at the moment, trying to get those dates in. It's just looking ahead, always looking ahead. So thank you very much for having me. I've enjoyed talking to you, Edward. So
no, absolutely. Before we let you go, we just got to mention, where can my listeners and viewers find you on social media to keep all the latest with the Milkmen, and as well to, you mentioned about vinyl earlier, to buy the album and hopefully maybe even buy it as well, and of course maybe even be able to stream it as well.
Yes, yeah. Well, we're available on all the usual streaming platforms, but so most of our supporters and fans like actual physical product, as I do. So you can get that from our website, which you've just given the web page there. We do most of our social media. I mean, we are on TikTok, but we essentially use Facebook. Facebook seems to be the medium that we mainly use. So it's the Milkman Rock Band. I think you can look that up and you'll see us on Facebook. There's a new fan page which has been set up, which is great. I love sort of being nosy and looking at by fans of the Milkman to discuss and share photos and all the non-flattering double chin pictures that they've taken in gigs. So yeah, that's out there as well. That's sort of getting more and more followers as well. So yeah, find us on Facebook, and you can buy there's links to our website as well. You can buy all our stuff. Lots of t-shirts as well. Our t-shirts sell well.
That's good. Well, it's been fantastic having you on the show this evening, Jamie. So much appreciated for your time. I do hope that you'll come back on the show again as well.
Would love to. Definitely. No, it's been a pleasure. Really enjoyed it.
Good.
So yeah, I'd love to come back.
Who would you suggest for me to contact next to come on the show after you? Because you mentioned you got some fantastic bands help with your Milkmen show early on this year, and I'm sure there's a few people or a few bands you may want hopefully to collaborate maybe in the future as well.
Wow, I mean, so in terms of who would we? There's so many friends we've got on the circuit. There's Ginelli Brothers. If you had them on, they'd be good value.
I'll reach out to them.
They're good. Brave Rival. I don't know if you've had Brave Rival on there. They're great guys. So there are just so many. There are so many acts out there on our little blues scene. So yeah,
Great.
go for it.
I will reach out to those great suggestions. I must appreciate for those, and I will tag you in some clips in the coming soon. I don't I don't want to say when because I'm a bit of got a bit of a backlog of clips to get out. So I do apologize, but I will get these clips out and I will tag you on Facebook and Instagram as well. But yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on the show, and best of luck with the launch party tomorrow, and best of luck with the album, The Milky Way, when it comes out this Friday. Make sure you look out for it on social media. It's going to be a great album and some brilliant songs. So make sure you do stream them and buy the album when it comes out. And yeah, and of course, good luck with all the touring as well.
Thank you. No, it's been a pleasure talking to you, Edward. And yeah, I better get an early night now to put a big gig tomorrow. So.
Yeah, indeed. And if you enjoyed the episode, make sure to smash the like button here on YouTube. If you want to see more of these conversations, make sure to share the video around. Tell me about my guest Jamie from the Milkmen, about the conversation we've had here on YouTube and Twitch, and of course across my favorite podcast sites as well: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and wherever else you may get your podcasts. If you want to see more conversations, then make sure to smash that subscribe button. We've got over 397 subscribers, and tomorrow night I'm bringing on somebody from my past, somebody who I've not spoken to in 16 years. So if you want to go down memory lane to find out what I was really like, then tune in tomorrow night from 7 o'clock in the evening and you will find out some secrets, I'm sure. But until then, enjoy the rest of your Hump Day Wednesday evening or afternoon.